September is the month that I consider a new year and a fresh start. And it flew by, and there was a lot of things I wish I would have done. And now that we are turning the calendar to my favorite month of the year, I really want to make sure that I slow down and enjoy the beauty of the autumn season. We have 31 days to enjoy, and that is my goal, is to enjoy a little bit of the fall magic every day. And the picture says Harvest Homestead. And once again, it does not disappoint. I get a calendar every year for Christmas, and it is the gift that keeps on giving. I always love changing it to see what the picture is, and every month is a fresh start to work on your long-term goals, to set some short-term goals, and I'm excited to share the next 31 days with all of you. We do celebrate Thanksgiving here in Canada on the second Monday of October. It's right in the middle. And then, of course, we end the month with Halloween before, boom, everything turns into Christmas. So I'm thinking around the middle of the month will be the time to switch it from beauty to spooky. I really started working on routines and downsizing and decluttering and doing a lifestyle change in 2024. And now in 2025, I really feel I'm putting all of the pieces together. And every month this year, I have set some goals. I've done a little bit of recap. I've done some other little goals that I've been setting. And obviously for September, I did a lot of the autumn things I want to enjoy, but it feels like it's just part of my routine. It's a new month. It's a fresh start. What are some of the things that I want to focus on this month? And I'm going to take a little bit of time to jot some things down before I update everything. Welcome to Vlogtober. I am so excited to share the next 31 days with all of you. I've done Vlogtober, Vlogmas, Vlogmas, and all of that for many, many years. Then in 2024, just doing a restart on my channel. And I feel like this is the month where everything is really going to come together. I think 2025, I've spent a lot of time putting the pieces together, and now I'm just ready to get back into the way life used to be before the pandemic, before all of the life changes and everything. I feel like I've worked through so many struggles and gone through a lot of changes with family and myself and maneuvering the world that we live in. This is part of day-to-day life, is just trying to balance everything, not get too caught up in things that don't affect my everyday life, and that is something that I try and focus on more each day. Our time is very precious, it's valuable, it goes by so quickly, and the sad part is we just don't know what the future holds. Take the time to enjoy every day. Some days are harder than others, but my goal is always try to find some joy in each day and take a little bit of time and do some things for myself. It is not selfish. It's part of making me a better woman, a better mom, a better wife, a better daughter, a better all of the hats that I have to wear. And I think when you take a little bit of time and prioritize yourself and know that you deserve it, you're worth it, it makes it better for everybody else. And this month, and my focus is to be a good YouTuber and give you a little bit of cozy to enjoy every day. But the first thing we need to take care of is my nails. I went with like the burgundy for September. I loved it, but every year during my favorite season, I go with the same color all of the time, and I love it so much. So I got a couple of things to take care of. I'm gonna have a little bit of me time and change out the apple nails and go with something a little bit better for October. I did my September recap. The month flew by, but it was a wonderful month. The weather was warmer than what I wanted, but that seems to be the new normal. The biggest thing I regretted was not slowing down and enjoying the little things. I was able to focus on that at the end of the month, and it brought me so much joy, and it made me less stressed. I think that is the one thing that I took away from September, was when I do those little things to just kind of tune everything out, it reduces my stress levels and I sleep so much better. So that's a wrap for September. And I am back from my nails, and I got my favorite color. It is called Oktoberfest. I think I've gotten it every year since I started doing my nails. I absolutely love it. Just that kind of orangey color with a little bit of shimmer. I love it. And I was so excited, and I knew that today I was getting my nails done and it would be the perfect day to start Vlogtober. Now, I'm doing it a little bit different for October to-dos. I'm really focused on what to do this month, not necessarily like life stuff and all of that. It's really to enjoy the month, slow down, enjoy the little things, enjoy the walks, and find new views to see all of the beauty of the season. Bake and cook with fall themes. I want to get those recipes that I make from year to year. So I have a couple of them that I will be making, and now I need to find a few more. I do want to organize my recipes, the ones that I know that I want to make over and over again. I started to do it at Christmas time and I haven't really done it, but now I have a better vision of what I'm looking for. Go overboard, make everything autumn. It's such a short season. It's only 1 month out of the year, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I also want to create like a yearly list of fun things to do. So certain movies, certain activities, and all of that. So from year to year, I can pull it out and then pick a few things. Maybe there's a lot I want to do this year, but we can't get it all done, so then we can do it next year. And I really want to cozy up the deck for this year and more. So like a blanket, maybe some pillows, the mums, and all of that. But I wouldn't mind finding some outdoor items that I could pack away in a tote in the shed and then bring it out. I do want to look for some cardigans, and I think that will be really good for thrifting. And then I also want to take a look at my Halloween decor and look forward to it. And all of this comes together, and the biggest to-do of October is 31 days of Vlogtober. So my nails are done. I'm so happy. I just love the color. I already know what my next color is. I get it every year too. And I think that's exactly what I'm trying to do, is do those things each month that I only do once a year that I get so excited for. So I'll have these for a few weeks and just be in the moment, do everything for that. So like January, I do the blues. February to be Valentine's Day. March, it's like spring, St. Patrick's Day, sometimes Easter, and just do something each month that brings you a lot of joy. And I'm just thinking of all the things I wish I would have done in September. But on my way home, I did stop at the thrift store because I was going past it, and that's what I want to do. I just want to kind of like stop in, look around. I got really lucky, and I'm gonna tell you, if you're looking for sweaters or long sleeve tops right now, go to the thrift store, because they're bringing all of the stock they've had in the back, like people have donated. I actually got some pretty good finds today, and I actually helped a lady. She picked up a sweat, like she grabbed it right away. I think she was scared I was gonna take it. It was a Roots hoodie sweatshirt, and then I went past and then I saw a pink one. The one she grabbed was black, and I said, here's a pink one. I said, it's only $8.49. I said, here. She goes, oh, thank you. And I said, if I can find something of good quality that people want, like take it, take it. I don't want it, but if somebody else wants it, that's what I'm all about. They don't make things the way that they used to, and that is one of the things I do like about thrifting, is when you get those older items that are a little bit higher quality. It's just the best feeling there is, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm having a hard time always finding everything that I'm looking for, because I feel like the quality of a lot of items have gone down. But I did get some luck today, so let's go see what I got. And I did get a couple of sweatshirts for my husband. That was kind of on the list of looking for him. And I found this Prince Edward Island one, and it reminded me of a Roots sweatshirt I got years ago that he loved. He wore it until it was just done, faded, stretched out, starting to fall apart. And this reminded me of it, and it's just like for at the end of the day, it's just something comfortable to put on. And then I got a Champion hoodie. He just does a lot of walking and all of that in the mornings, and he likes something that's not too heavy, and I just thought this was really nice, so I just went ahead and grabbed those for him. And then I saw this cute little puzzle, 300 pieces. We've done a couple of puzzles where it has like the different designs, and it's really nice because I find it's really easy to do, to kind of focus on one picture, and it comes together pretty quick. And who doesn't love a cute little puppy? No beagles, no little shih tzus, but it is cute. And I just find the 300 piece ones work the best for us. And I'm really looking for more of the Charles Wasaki 300 pieces. I think that's something I want to focus a little bit more on. But anyways, I was happy to find a puzzle. I looked at cardigans, they didn't have any, and then I went over to long sleeve athletic wear, and I couldn't believe it because I had done my wardrobe video last week, and I can't get over it. These are the Active Zone ones from Pennington's, and I saw this one first, and I just really liked it. I found some of the designs kind of looked like leaves, and I felt it. I'm like, it's not too heavy. I want to get a pair of black pants. This will be perfect. And it was $11.79, and I had a coupon. And then right beside it was another pink one, not too heavy, a nice lightweight long sleeve, once again from the Active Zone. And this one was $11.79, the exact same price. And this will be great too with just a pair of jeans or black activewear pants. It was exactly what I was looking for. I could not believe it. And they were in the right size. I could not get over it. I never, ever, ever find anything thrifting. But like I said, I think a lot of this was probably in the back, all storage. And there was a lot of really good brand name items that I saw. So I might even go back again because they just kept bringing more and more stuff out. And the sweaters and the long sleeves are just jam packed. So if you're looking for something, maybe it's a good time to take a look at the thrift store. So anyways, that is everything that I got. And we also have a new addition to our kitchen. We're big coffee drinkers. We've had a Keurig for years. Our favorite coffee is the Starbucks Sumatra. We like a dark roast. And it's been getting harder to find it for a good price. I also know that the K-Cups aren't good for the environment. And I really wanted something that made espresso, but we didn't want to get into coffee grounds and all of that. So my husband did a bunch of research, and he felt like this was the machine that worked the best for us. It makes coffee and then it makes espresso. It doesn't do like cappuccino and all these other different settings. This is all that we need. And then you also have the steam on it, so we can make some other little drinks to go along with it. But this is the first time I'm trying the espresso because I want to make my protein coffee. And I don't really enjoy cold brew or iced coffee. Usually if I get a cold coffee, I like something with espresso, and then I end up usually going to Starbucks. Costs a lot more than what it would to make it home. So I did 2 shots with the Premier Protein, and I needed another one. So I did 3 shots and it was perfect. And that's usually what I get whenever I get an iced coffee or anything cold. I usually get 3 shots. So I just put the cup back under because sometimes the water comes out. There is a tray, but I find it's easier to put it in the cup. Just a little bit of the pumpkin spice cold foam and a little bit of the seasoning, and it was the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. So I will be experimenting with it a little bit more this month. I made this recipe in September. I'll link the recipe down below and the video down below. I did it with pork tenderloin. I bought the apple cider, have this great big jug left. So I marinated some pork chops yesterday with the same marinade, and then I have potatoes, carrots, and then you add butter and Dijon mustard to the marinade to make like a sauce. And I really wanted to try it on mashed potatoes. So I'm going to make a dinner for 2 tonight for hubby and I because our son doesn't like this food, the textures, and he's having something else. And the boys, they have like carrot radar. They know when I have carrots. And I need to get some baby carrots just because they're so much more convenient. They're great for snacking too. So I'm just going to go ahead and sear the pork chops. I just find this is a little bit easier to maneuver than the pork tenderloin, and these are the pork chops from Costco. I usually cut them in half, but I don't know, for some reason I just thought like a nice thick pork chop would be really good. So I brown them on each side, and then I put them in the oven for 12 minutes. And then I also added water to the pan, and then it all splattered up and made a big mess. I didn't do that with the pork tenderloin. I wouldn't do it again. It's very brown. So then I just add in the butter, and it wasn't really burnt. It all loosened up as soon as I started whisking. It didn't have like that burntness to it. It was just really brown. And as soon as I added in the butter and the steam, it all just kind of like bubbled up and started making a nice sauce already. And then you're just going to add add in the marinade, and then you add in a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and then you just kind of keep whisking it, and then you cook it for about 5 minutes. I did it a little bit longer just to kind of like evaporate it, and then it also will thicken up a little bit. Now the recipe calls for hard cider, and that's what I'm going to use next time because I bought this great big jug of apple cider, and I've been making recipes and trying to use it up, and I'm almost at the end of it, but I think it would be a lot easier to use alcohol because it would also burn off, and then it would even be probably a stronger flavor. So the next time I make it, I am going to try it with the hard cider. I always like to plate up the dinners and present it, especially when it's a nice dinner. My mom was the opposite. She would put everything in bowls and then put it on the table, and then everybody would kind of serve themselves. And she washed everything by hand, so she was actually making more work for herself. So let me know, do you like to plate things up, or do you let everybody kind of serve themselves? But I really like working on the presentation. I wish I would have had a little bit of parsley or something to put on here. I felt like it needed something green. It was delicious. The gravy was really good, and my husband loved the pork chop. We're going to end the day with a little bit of coloring. I learned about this through social media. I use alcohol markers. I get mine at Winners. If you want to know more about it, there's so many amazing content creators out there that will give you a lot more information. But if you're starting off, start slow. But I wanted to expand and do full pictures, and I turned to social media. I found the inspiration to help me learn, what colors and patterns and all of that. So mine is not as nice as the one I used for inspiration, but I don't think it was too bad. My blending for the sky definitely needs a little bit of improvement. I didn't love all of the green colors that I used, but I do like the way that the trees and the bushes turned out. I love the pavement. I like the little outfit. I think it's really, really cute. And I don't think it's too bad for kind of like my first attempt at doing some different techniques. And I think it is just so pretty and beautiful. And I can turn the page and do another one. And when they're all done, I can go back and look at the book and enjoy it. I just find it so satisfying. And it is also so relaxing. So I hope you enjoyed spending the first day of Vlogtober with me. And I look forward to seeing you for the rest of the month.